going on, guys? StreetDrip here. We're back with another exciting video. Today I'm going to show you a little bit in depth of all the toys that this guy provides. Guys, now I'm going to show you a cool trick. If you double tap and hold the unlock key here, the windows, all four, will come down. And then to put it right back up, if you double tap and hold the lock key, all windows will close. Really cool trick. Audi's had this for a while, but I'm glad that they put it with the newer cars and carried that in. Hopefully they carry into the next year's models as well and keep this going. It's really convenient sometimes if you just want to cool the car out on a really hot day. You have to get in there scorching hot heat, kind of let the car air out before you get in. Really cool idea there. It also does it with the sunroof as well. All right, sitting in the captain's chair. Gonna fire this thing up. Push the button there, watch this thing come alive. Don't mind my oil change. It's my first one on this car. Free one, thank you Audi. So over here we have the 12.3 inch virtual display. I'll go over some of the buttons here. So right here, if you hit the view option, you can actually switch it out. So right now I got it on the GPS there, but you can actually switch it out and put it to the side, and you can scroll in and out for the zoom using this feature here. If I move to the left, I can get my call list, radio, media, Bluetooth will all show on there. And if I switch it again, I can get my fuel consumption. That'll show up on there. And you can easily just scroll, get all the information that you need on there. And if I hit view again, it'll pan back out. And then the vehicle information is now on the center screen. It'll actually show you that my door is open as well. Let's go ahead and close that. And that goes away. And then you go back to the main screen here. You can bring everything up on the main screen. So not only can you have your navigation and maps show on here, you can actually get it on your main screen as well. So down here, if you just push up, brings up your navigation. That'll show you where you are, and you can zoom in. When you get the car, they do give you 3 months trial of the Google Earth with the navigation, which is really nice. I just didn't want to pay out the money for it because it is a yearly subscription. It also gives you the access on the app with the Audi Connect. You can lock and unlock your car from anywhere that you are as long as you're connected to a network. Pretty cool, but for me, it's not a feature that I would necessarily need. So it was good having it for the first 3 months that they give it to you. Just so you can play around with it, kind of get an idea of what it does. But if that's something that is for you, I would recommend using it if you see that it might fit you to use that pretty often. Another option you got here on the MMI screen, you can switch to media, get your Bluetooth automatically connects to your phone and it'll start playing. And then if you push up, it'll go back to radio. And down here, if you push down, that'll bring up the telephone. You can have the voice command where you can say call so-and-so and it'll call. So that's pretty cool. And let's go back to the navigation. So using this, you can actually toggle with for the navigation, and you can also do your destination input. When you do that, you can just scroll here with your finger and try my best as I can to spell, and it'll start saying it to you, and it'll actually start typing it out for you depending on what you're trying to put in there. I just put something at random so you can get an idea, but you can keep going. You can actually put a whole address in there, or you can just dictate it and it'll pick up your voice. If you want to say drive to Wendy's on Main Street, it'll pick that up for you as well. It's really accurate. I know compared to some other vehicles, you really have to kind of yell or use certain tones. But this, I actually feel really comfortable using my own voice and the way I talk normally. I know I have a pretty monotone voice, but this car picks it up excellent. And I'm pretty sure if you're a loudspeaker as well, it'll definitely pick you up with no issues. So that's pretty cool to worth noting on there. Now looking at your main screen here, you do have different options that you can switch out to. You do have the navigation, you got telephone, media, and you can change all that on here with the dial that I'm using. Really nice feature. I like hearing that little click sound. It's pretty satisfying. One cool thing to know for all the audiophiles out there, for sound option, not only can you control your bass and treble, this is pretty cool. You can actually control the subwoofer level on here as well. Really nice. This thing has the 19 speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system. That's optional, but I got that on here, and this thing sounds amazing. You do have sound effect options. You can make this 3D sound effect. Sounds like you're literally surrounded by the music. You can't tell what exact speaker it's coming from. So that's really nice, and you can adjust the level of it. So extra features that the standard option for the audio doesn't bring you, this car has. And if you go to vehicle, scroll out to there, you can actually get into your different settings. So drive select. So there's comfort. If you're going on a long road trip, you can actually set that up there, get you a nice and smooth ride. Auto, it'll automatically detect it for you depending on the way you're driving. Dynamic, if you want more aggressive driving, it'll stiffen up the suspension. The exhaust will sound a lot louder, and the transmission will be a lot more aggressive as well. What I like to do is individual. Individual, you can actually customize it yourself. I like the suspension being on comfort and everything else dynamic. So I put it on individual, and that's the way I daily drive with it. You could see there, it lets you switch out between all three of them. Steering, sport differential, engine sound as well. So pretty cool. Automatic traction control, I got that on auto as well. Always got to keep that on. And if you go back out to vehicle in your options key, so now not only are you in your drive select options, you can go to vehicle settings from here, driver assistance. You can control your air condition. You can check your service checks. So all that's available to you in here. So if you go into vehicle settings, you can adjust everything here from date and time. Steering wheel button, you can control what this button does. That's your star auxiliary button, I call it. So I have that to automatically go to what this would do, which is the drive select, so I don't have to reach down there. I can actually switch it right from here, and it'll switch the drive select for me. But there's other functions that you can make this button do. So you can actually control your seats from here as well for the driver's seat. And you can do the easy entry function, and you can store. It gives you two different remotes. What's pretty cool about it, so for example, if I have one key and my wife has the other, my key can be programmed to, when I come to the vehicle, it will have my power seat adjustment with it and all my features. And then when she comes to the vehicle to drive, it'll have all her features. So that's really cool to note. I know a lot of, I'm not sure if what other vehicles may do that. I'm assuming BMW and Mercedes as well, but I have yet to see that being reviewed. Exterior lighting, you can actually go in there, do your automatic headlights, and activation time. It will go into how long when you shut off the vehicle, how long it stays on. I got it on medium. That's the way it was. I just left it on that. And you can go back here. So entry and exit lighting, as you could see there, those lights will come on automatically when you open the door or close the doors, and also when you lock and unlock, these will come on. So you can set that via this option, and also your daytime running lights. So a lot of people don't like it at all. They want to keep the lights off and only keep it on when they turn it on. I like it automatic. It gives you that signature Audi headlight, so no matter what time you're driving, everybody's going to see that Audi design on the headlight on there, so it knows that you're driving an Audi vehicle. It's what identifies itself. Interior lighting. This is really cool. You got all these different colors that you can change for the interior lighting. So for example, you can change that LED lighting there, that one, and underneath. And it also changes the cup holder. And you have the driver's footwell, and same on the other side. And if you look to the back seat, you got the lighting there, and you got it towards the front, and the front kind of glows from under the seat to the back. You can actually change those colors as well. So I have mine on blue, my favorite color. But if you go to individual and you go to the option there, so you can control the brightness, you can control the surface lighting, which is the side light brightness as well. Line lighting brightness, you can control all three different brightnesses, and you can control the colors. So if you go into here, those are all the options that you have for colors. So really, really nice. All your favorite colors are in here, so you can change that to whatever you want. And I'll put it on green. So just to show you there, that's what it changes. That stays. That'll change with the other option for the light. So your footwell will change to green as well, and your cup holders. Oh, actually, I forgot as well. You do get the side of the center console and the other side as well. That'll all change to green. So the only thing that stays blue is the front portion of it. And this feature at night, if you put it on the really brightest, which I like, because obviously if you're going to have that feature on, you want to see it. And if you want to see it, you're going to have to turn the brightness up, which is what I have it on now. I have my garage lights on now, and these garage lights are really bright LED lights, and it still will let you see the interior lighting in the vehicle, which I love. I like seeing this all the time, especially driving at night. Really calm and comforting. You combine that with the massage sheets, which I'll show you in a second. It's the best thing ever. So you have your driver assistant package here. You can change speed warning. It's got parking aid, heads up display. I can't really see heads up display too good on the camera, but basically this has it. On the heads up display, you can actually do display contents. So if you go in here, it'll show your navigation. That's actually an idea of what it would show on your heads up display. So you got your miles per hour. It gives you your lane departure warning and distance warning. And it'll actually tell you your navigation routes right on there. So you never have to take your eye off the road to see where you have to turn, which is really, really nice feature. I myself, I work in insurance, and I see that a lot, where you get people complaining that they lost sense of where they're going, so they're looking at the screen and then they're paying attention. Next thing you know, they're rear-ending somebody, or somebody's rear-ending them. So that's a really cool feature on there. I guess you can call it a safety feature, because it does keep your eyes on the road at all times. This thing's pretty cool here. It's got traffic signs. So as you're driving, if the speed limit changes from 35 to 15, it'll actually show you right down on the bottom here. The street sign will come up and it'll say, actually just like a speed limit, it'll say speed limit 15 or speed limit 25, whatever it is, it'll pop right up on there. And actually also on your heads up display, it'll show you there as well. So that's really convenient. I didn't think I would use it that often, but once I start driving, especially at night as well, you go into different areas you're not too sure of and you don't want to get pulled over. That's really a cool feature to have. And also the driver assistance, which gives you your right there in the green. You can control the brightness of the heads-up display, and you can rotate it, so you can actually move the heads-up display if you're short or tall. You can adjust it to where you can see it comfortably without being annoyingly in your way. You also got adaptive cruise control, distance warning. That will show you on your heads-up display, and it'll actually show you in the center console there as well. Not center console, the display screen in the middle there. You have traffic jam assist, which is pretty cool. So if you're in traffic, bumper to bumper, it'll tell you, if you're getting too close to the vehicle in front. And also going back to the warning, if you're backing up, this happens a lot. This actually happened to me the first time at a grocery store. I was backing out. This car came flying behind me and I had no clue. I looked both ways and I was using my backup cam, and the car actually stopped. It pumped the brakes on for me. I felt the brake pedal come out under my foot and depress deeper. Really, really cool feature. I never thought that that would be that important until, it comes in real life usage and it saves you from getting into an accident. So had I not had that feature, I'm not saying that car would have hit me, but it's definitely an alert to let that there's a vehicle that's coming that you might have missed like I did. So that's a really important feature that this car has. I love it. And it also has efficiency assistant. So that's a cool feature on there. You got Audi Presense. This will detect accidents ahead of time, which is what I was just talking about, and does in the front and rear. The rear, it does brake for you. The front, it will too. If it senses it's getting to that warning distance, it'll automatically depress the brake for you safely without getting you into an accident. And you have side assist. So the side assist right on here, you'll actually get the warning for your blind spot. But not only your blind spot, it actually does have legit side assist right on here. So if the vehicle is right next to you and you can't see it, or if you're trying to switch lanes real quick or got distracted or any reason, it'll actually tell you with that side assist feature there. And you can adjust the sensitivity on that too, and the brightness of how it shows on there. So it does show an orange light that displays. Active lane assist, pretty simple there. Keeps you in your lane. If you're falling asleep, if you're eating or doing whatever, it'll actually warn you and tell you, you're getting out of your lane to keep you safe. Rain sensor, that's for the wipers. So this car does have rain sensing wipers. This actually does work a lot better than my 2008 model, which had rain sensor as well. That thing would just go crazy if it starts pouring fast, and it won't stop when the rain stops. It keeps going, so you'd have to turn it off, turn it on. This one actually has a really good sensor on there, and it does slow down and speed up as needed as it's raining. All right, so one of my favorite features here, I'll show you. So I'll click. This is the massage. So you got different massage settings that you could choose from. Wave, stretch, and knead. And you can, let me go back there. You can actually adjust how sensitive you want it. So I got it on the highest level, but you can actually turn it down if you want it to be pretty mild. I figured if I'm going to have this thing, I want to feel it and get the best out of what I have. So also here, if you get out of the massage, you do have your adjustments that you can adjust here for the lumbar. There goes the bolsters that I was telling you about, so you can actually adjust it and squeeze it towards you, and it squeezes towards the side. Really snug. So if you're a big person, if you're a little person, all the same, it'll fit you to your liking, and you can adjust it to your liking. So I don't see anybody saying that these seats are uncomfortable with all the settings that this car has for you. All right, so back up here, we'll go to air conditioning. So basically you can control the airflow as you see there. It won't have it on because obviously I don't have the car on right now running, but you can control the airflow. It can do it automatically for you, which is really nice. So even though if the car is off, it'll control the airflow to the vehicle, making sure the you got good airflow, good coming in here. If you go into service checks, you got your TPMS on there. You can store it. So if you're one of those people that like to keep it at a certain pressure at all times, you can adjust all your pressures and then come in here and store it. And when it gets under that pressure, it'll actually alert you here and here as well, letting you know that you're Tire pressure is not where you had it, or you could just keep it on the factory settings. Oil level, so that's what it looks like there. Once again, mine's coming a little bit low because I got my oil change coming up, which I'm about to schedule. But that's what it looks like when you are low, and obviously when it's max, it'll be full. You got your service intervals. So there you go. It tells you your next oil change, next inspection, and you can reset it once you do it. Usually the mechanics will do it for you, but if not, sometimes they'll forget. You can actually do it yourself. Vehicle information will give you your VIN, and it'll tell you how many keys you have. And you can actually change your wiper position. So that's pretty cool. So you can actually keep your wipers at that position at all times, or you can actually put it on the normal setting. I took it off because I don't want my wipers in that position. I prefer to keep it the way it is. For the media, it's pretty cool. It'll show you, as you see here, and if you're playing from Spotify, because it does have Android Auto and it does have Apple CarPlay as well, but it'll show the album art there. Most of the songs, not all of them, will show up on there. And it'll auto play or whatever you had recently on Spotify. So for example, my wife had this playing earlier. Since it is connected to my phone as well for the Spotify, we share the same account. When I come to the vehicle, it'll auto connect to my phone, but it'll play whatever was playing recently on Spotify, which is pretty cool. So phone, pretty standard here on all vehicles. It tells you your phone there that you have. You can actually check your phone list there, call into your voicemail. You can answer and end calls without touching anything using the voice command. So if somebody's calling you, you can say answer call or ignore it. And that's pretty convenient. Really tailors to hands-free on this car, which is something I like. They definitely take into consideration is the safety of the driver in all aspects. So a lot of the features here you may not think you need. So definitely if you're looking to get into an Audi model, be it the A4, S4, or any of the models, they all come standard with most of these features that I'm showing you here. And once you drive with it, or if you have a loaner, if you have an older Audi, they give you a loaner, you got some of these newer options that you've never seen. Definitely take the time to play around with it, see how it can tailor to your needs on your daily driving. Because once you figure out some of these features and you get accustomed to using it, there's no way you're going back to anything else besides, you know, what this provides and with what Audi gives you. They definitely go all out and give you a ton of features and different toys. This one's pretty cool here on maps. I don't have it now, but what I was referring to earlier, when you get the Google Earth package that you pay for, it's a yearly subscription from Audi that they provide. You actually get the virtual map that'll come on here, and it also gives you your Audi Connect. All right, so I had to plug in my phone there to show you the next feature I'll get into after this. But with that subscription feature that you do get from Audi that they do provide you, you get real-time weather. It'll pop up on there. You could check the week and the day just like you can on your phone. You get local fuel prices, and this uses navigation to pick up fuel prices around you, no matter where you are, or if you're looking to get find a gas station near you, it'll tell you as well. It'll actually navigate you there. If you're looking for parking, that information will pop up on here as well. Online news, city events, tell you what's going on the day that you are in the city. Travel information you could pull up on there. Flight information, really cool. So you can put all your information of your flight, or you can check flights that are in the system as well, current time. Traffic light information. This one's pretty cool. This gives you live traffic light. So say for example, if I'm stopped at a traffic light, red light, this will tell me, it'll count down till it'll actually turn green. So that's a really cool feature. It's really accurate as well. It doesn't pick up everywhere. I guess it depends on the area that you're in. For the most part, in every major city, this is available, in some suburbs as well. But it'll count down and tell you the exact time when the light turns green, which is pretty freaky, but pretty cool at the same time. If you're looking to do something in the middle of a red light, if you're checking in on a baby, or if you're eating, or if you gotta anything you gotta do while you're in that red light, you can actually see if you have enough time to do it. Online search, satellite map, and you got your software update and your My Audi contacts, Twitter, Wi-Fi. These are all part of the services that you pay for the yearly subscription. All on here. Car finder. Not sure why you would lose your car, I guess, but it does have that option on there. Let's see what it does. It actually wants me to connect. But yeah, you can check your license subscription there, and you can actually renew your subscription and get this going. So this is what I had to plug in my phone. I was telling you about the Android Auto. That's one feature I wish Audi did this wirelessly, but for some reason they want you to plug in your phone before you're able to use this feature. But once you do, this will automatically pop up saying Android Auto or Apple, depending on your phone. And if you click into it, so right now it's going to pull up, well, it's doing the Spotify because that's what it was in. So it defaults to Google Maps. When you use your phone, you can actually get that Google Earth that I was telling you about, but you would have to use your phone at all times. This isn't part of the vehicles feature. This is using your phone's network services to be able to give you this. So from here, you can actually use your scroll wheel to get to different options. So this is what the main home screen looks like. So you can get your maps, Spotify, title. These are the apps that I have on my phone. It's picking up and bringing it straight to here, which is pretty cool. I can get straight to my phone and my contacts. Audible. I can check my calendar, news, Pandora, settings, and weather. So really cool features here. And if I get a text message while I'm driving, if I have my phone plugged in, it'll actually pop up down here and notify me. And I can reply right from here too. It does give you the quick reply options on there. Let's get back to the main menu. And let's go to settings. These are your basic settings, just to show you. I'm not going to get into all these because these are basic settings every Audi has, so you've seen this already. Display brightness is pretty cool. You can control that to how bright you want this panel display to show. And factory settings, if you want to reset every single feature that you just saw on here. So if you have a loaner, you accidentally put your phone in there, you have addresses that you don't want to be disclosed, you can actually go into that feature and reset it. It'll wipe all your phone, all your information and settings off of there using that factory reset there. So that's pretty much it for today, you guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. If I missed anything that you want me to review, let me know. Thank you, guys. We'll continue to bring you more videos as best as I can. Once we get free out there, you could say, pretty much being cooped up with quarantine. And I'll do my best to bring you guys as much video of any vehicle that I can pretty much get my hands on at this point. Thank you, guys. See you on the next one.